Hello, students. Hope you are doing well and preparing well for your exams and tests. So, in this video, I will cover the exercise 4.2 of quadratic equation. So, before that, you can revise the main concept in next slide. And also, maybe I will split this video in multiple videos so that we get smaller length videos. Okay, so let's start on this. This is to help you to quickly revise the quadratic equation concept. So let's see one by one. So first thing is that the general form of quadratic is ax square plus bx plus c equal to 0. Always remember this general form where a, b, c are the constant which belongs to R and a not equal to 0, because if a becomes 0, it means that the term of x square becomes 0. It means that we cannot call it a quadratic equation anymore. And for every quadratic equation, there will be exactly two roots, right? And to find out the roots, those roots, we use this formula x equal to minus b plus minus under root in bracket b square minus 4ac upon 2a. It has like two sign plus minus. So once you put plus, you get the one root called alpha, and once you put minus, you get another root called beta. So this is how you can find both roots. And then to check the nature of roots, what we do, we use the discriminant like d is equal to b square minus 4ac. So we find the value of b square minus 4ac, and if it is positive, right, greater than 0, it means that roots are real and distinct. But if b square minus 4ac or d is equal to 0, it means that roots are real and equal. So it will have both root as a equal root. And third category is that when this d is negative, it means b square minus 4ac is negative or less than 0. It means there are no real roots. Okay. And this part you can ignore because this is like a complex number. So okay, so find out the sum of roots and the product of roots. Sum of root is basically minus b upon a. So what we do, we find the coefficient of x as b and coefficient of a x square as a. Then we put minus b upon it. That gives you the sum of roots. And to find the product of roots, we simply do a c upon a. C is the constant term and a is the coefficient of x square. Then suppose you are given the roots of a quadratic equation. To form a quadratic equation, what you do? You do like this: x square minus then sum of the root alpha beta x plus alpha beta equal to 0. So these are the few points in 2-3 minutes you can revise before your examination. Now let's see the exercise. Let's see the next question. Next question is the fifth one. That is 100 x square minus 20x plus 1 is equal to 0, right? So same way, right? We will try to do it, right? So first, what we'll do, we'll do the into of 100 into 1, so you get 100, right? So now we have to do a factorization of this number. So 2 is 50, then 25, and then 5. Okay. So we got these factors 2 to 5, 5. So we have to utilize these factors in such a way that their sum is minus 20x, right? So we can do like this. We can do 10 and 10, right? So let's do. So we can say 100 x square minus 10x minus 10x plus 1 is equal to 0. So now you can see that both minus 10x and minus 10x, if you add them, that is minus 20x, right? But once you multiply them, that is 100 square. So our condition is fulfilled. Now we can take the common from first two terms, that is 10x. Then that gives us 10x minus 1. And here we can take a minus 1 as common. So we get 10x minus 1 is equal to 0. Now you can see that the common is 10x minus 1. So now we can take a common as 10x minus 1. In bracket, we again get 10x minus 1 is equal to 0. So if we say 10x minus 1 is equal to 0, so what we get? 10x is equal to 1 or x equal to 1 by 10. So because both terms are same, so it has both roots as x equal to 1 by 10, right? So in factorization, the main thing is that you have to first multiply the coefficient of x square with the constant term, and then find the factors and arrange them, those factors, such way that middle term sum is like this much, and product is product of this and this, right? So that's how you can do all the questions. So this completes our question number 1. Now second question is says solve the problem given in example 1. Okay. So let's go back to example 1. Let's see what was given over there. So example 1 is solved example. Okay. So they have these two equations, right? First equation is x square minus 45x and then plus 324 is equal to 0. And second equation is x square minus 55x plus 750 is equal to 0, right? So we have to solve these two equations and find the root of these equations, right? So what is expected from us from this question? So let's start with the first one. So let's write it over here. That is x square minus 45x plus 324 is equal to 0. Now, if you see, the coefficient of x square is just 1, and when you multiply with this number, we get it 24, right? So now we will do factors of this number. So factor will be 2 1 ja 2, 2 6 ja 12, 2 2 ja 4. Then do we go with 2 8 16, 2 1 ja 2. Then with the 3, 3 2 ja 6, 3 7 ja 21. Then with again 3, 9, 3, 3, and 1. So now we have to arrange this number in such a way that the sum is minus 45x. So what we can do, we can arrange them as 9 and this 36, right? So because we multiply these two numbers, that gives 9, and this gives 3 3 is 9, 2 is 18, 2 is 36, and both sum is 45. So what we can write? We can write x square minus 36x minus 9x plus 324 is equal to 0. Okay, so we got these many factors of this number, and now we found out that if we do the summation of minus 36x and minus 9x, that gives us minus 45x, and once we multiply both these terms, we get the 24x square, right? So that's why we have done like this. So now we can take x common from here, that is x minus 36. Then we can take minus 9 as a common here, that gives x minus because it is minus. So when you take common, it becomes minus here. Then 9 3 ja 27 and carry is left is 5 54. 9 is 54. So you got 36 again equal to 0. So now you can see that this term is common. So then we can take this term as common x minus 36 in brackets. Then x minus 9 is equal to 0. And then you solve this, you get x equal to 9 and 36. Now you understand, right, how we find these values. Just equate these two terms to 0 and find value of x. That's how we do. Now let's see the second question of example 1. That is, let me change the color also. So, yeah. So, okay. So, second equation is x square minus 55x plus 750 is equal to 0, right? So what we will do? Same way. I mean, there's no changes, right? So first of all, find the factor of 750 because the coefficient of x square is 1. So 1 into 750 is 750. So start with 2. So 2 3 ja 6, 2 7 ja 14, and 2 5 ja 10. Then do it with 3. 3 1 ja 3, 3 2 ja 6, and 3 5 ja 15. Then now you have to try with 5. So 5 2 ja 10, 5 5 ja 25. Then 5 5 ja 25 and 5 1 ja 5. Okay. So now you have got these many factors of this number. So now our aim is to arrange these numbers in such a way that we are able to find out the minus 55, right? So what we can do, we can combine these two terms, right? 5 5 25 and this 5 to 15 to 30. So 30 because these two, if you sum these two numbers, right, you get a 55 number here. So now what we can do, we can write like this: x square minus 30x minus 25, then plus 750 is equal to 0. Now here you can take x as common. That gives you x minus 30. Here you can take minus 25 as common. So it just become plus. So I think I missed the x over here. Okay, so x also put here. So left is x minus 30 is equal to 0. So now you get x minus 30, then x minus 25 is equal to 0. Then once we, if you know, I mean, okay, so we can say, okay, x minus 30 is 0. So that gives us x equal to 30. And once we say x minus 25 is 0, that gives x equal to 25, right? So this is how we have solved the power number 2, right? So I think it's clear. So all the questions are like in same way. We are solving them. We are finding the product of x square coefficient and constant term, and then find factors, and then trying to get a number, two numbers, such that their sum is equal to the middle term, right? So now we have done till question number 2. Let's do the question number 3. Question number 3 says, find two numbers whose sum is 27 and product is 182, right? So it is given that, let me maximize this screen. Okay, so it says that question number third. Okay, so question number third says that we want two numbers whose sum is 27, right? So let's assume that first number is x. Let's say first number is x, right? And So, and then also we can say, uh, we assume that second number is y, right? Second number is y. Okay. So we have assumed that first number is x, second number is y. So the question says the sum is 27. So what we can say? X plus y is equal to 27. Simple. Equation 1. And second part of the question says product is 182. It means that xy is equal to 182, right? So now what we can do to solve the value of x and y, we can put y is equal to 182 upon x, right, into equation 1. So putting this in equation 1, so what we can do, x plus 182 upon x is equal to 27, right? So that is the thing. Now, what we can do, we can simply multiply the whole equation by x. So this becomes x square, and from x vanishes because it is will come as a multiply. So it becomes 182 is equal to 27x, right? So we have multiplied in the whole equation by x. So now we have got this equation. Let's rearrange this, and x square minus 27x plus 182 is equal to 0. Now we have a very similar equation that we are used to solve. So here we can see we have to find factor of 182. So 182 that gives us 2 9 ja 18, 2 1 ja 2, and then we try with 3, not 3. I think we have to try with 7 because it's not, we can't divide by 3. So try with 7. 7 1 ja 7, 7 3 ja 21, and 13 is a prime number, so it will not go any further. So 13 1 ja 13. Okay. So now we have got these factors. So we have to arrange in a way that gives us 27. So what we can do, because this shows as 14, right? 14, and 14 plus 13 is 27. So we can say x square minus 13x, or rather we can say that as a, let me try with the 14x, right? 4 minus 14x minus 13x plus 182 is equal to 0, right? So now we have to find the common, and then we have to solve in a similar fashion, right? So you can think, right? So what we can do, we can take common as x here, right? So x we can take common here, so that become x minus 14. And if you take common 13 here, minus 13 here, that again gives you x minus 14. You can verify that by multiplying with by 13, okay, to 14. So now you can take common as x minus 14, and then that gives you x minus 13 equal to 0, right? So now if x minus 14 is 0, it means x is equal to 14. And if x equal to 14, it means y is equal to 13, because their sum was 27 as per the first equation, right? So if you have found out the x, we can find out y also. Similar way, if x minus 13 is equal to 0, then we can say x equal to 13 and y is equal to 14. So these are the uh, two solutions of this question because it is a quadratic. So we have got two numbers, and that gives us the all these conditions fulfilled, right? So this is the answer for this question. Now let's see the next question. Next question is question number 4. That says find two numbers which are consecutive and positive, sum of whose squares is 365, right? So consecutive, right? So the keyword here is consecutive. If you understand the meaning of consecutive, then there is nothing in this question, right? So consecutive means one after another. So, suppose you have one number as 10, right? So, next number is 11. So we can say that these two numbers are consecutive because after 10, 11 come. Then after 11, 12 comes, right? So, all these numbers like 11 and 12 are consecutive, right? Like this, okay? So, now, so because we require two numbers which are consecutive. So we can assume that the first number if is that is x, then second number will be x plus 1. Okay, this is the first number, and this is the second number, right? Because if you observe the difference between numbers which are consecutive is just 1. So if first number is x, then second number can be x plus 1. And now what it says that whose squares is the sum of squares is 365. So now our task is to do the squares of these two numbers. So what we will do? We will say, okay, x whole square plus x plus 1 whole square is equal to how much? That is 365, right? Now we can solve this because we know that this is basically the a plus b whole square. So that we know that it is a square plus b square plus 2ab. Now we can expand this whole equation. How? Simply x square, then expand this with this formula. So that becomes x square plus 1 plus 2x is equal to 365. Now combine all the factors which are similar like x square and x square becomes 2x square. Okay, then 2x plus 1 minus 365 is equal to 0. Okay, so now you can again solve this further. 2x square plus 2x minus 364 is equal to 0. Now, if you see that every term is a multiple of 2, right? So, to make it easy or make it more simplified form, we can take 2 as a common. So, if you take 2 as a common, then it becomes x square plus x minus 2 1 ja 2, 2 8 ja 16, 2 ja 4 is equal to 0. And this 2 will go into 0, that vanishes. So ultimately, the equation which we have got is x square plus x minus 182 is equal to 0. So now you have got a quadratic equation, and that you are really expert now by now how to solve that, right? So what we will do? We'll do factors of this number 182 like we always do. So let's do it here. 182 divide by 2. 2 9 ja 18. 2 1 ja 2. And then again I think 7. 7 was 7. 7. 3 ja 21 and then 13. Okay. So, and what we need? We need x, right? So, we got 14 from these two numbers and we have 13 also. So, what we can do? We can write like this: x square plus 14x minus 13 13x minus 182 is equal to 0. So what I did, I simply found out the factors of this number, and then I tried to find a combination of numbers from these factors that that I get the number plus x when I add them. So when I put like this, so 14x minus 13x, that gives me x, and once you multiply these numbers, we get the 182 x square in minus. Okay, so now you have got the middle terms. So simply, what you can do, you can simply take x as common, like we always do. So x plus 14, then you can take minus 13 as common, and that gives you again x plus 14 is equal to 0. Okay, you can verify this. Okay, you can verify the multiplication of these two numbers. So this and this, right? So now you have common as say x plus 14, and then x minus 13 is equal to 0, right? Then let's okay, so either of these term is 0, so we can say okay, x plus 14 is equal to 0 implies that x equal to minus 14. Okay, then we do x minus 13 is equal to 0. That means x equal to 13, right? So we have got two numbers, right? Minus 14 and plus 13. So now we have to go back to question. What question said? Questions has said that it requires two consecutive positive integers, right? Positive integers is a keyword here. So, because we have got two numbers, one is negative integer, one is positive integer. So, our answer is positive one. So, answer will be x is equal to 13. That is the first number. And because we have two numbers which are consecutive, so second number will be 14, right? So, this is the answer for this question. So, see, we have to read the question very carefully, right? All the information which is given in the question should be understood properly. Now, let's see the fifth question. Fifth question says the altitude of a right triangle is 7 centimeters less than its base, right? So let me draw a right angle triangle first, okay, so that we have clarity. Question number five. Okay, question number five is, so let's always draw a neat diagram. Okay, that is very helpful to understand the concept. Okay, so let me draw a triangle. This right angle triangle at angle B. Okay, and then what it says, altitude of right angle triangle is 7 centimeter less than base. Okay, so let's assume this is the base, right? So, and if the length of base is x, okay, so let me see if it is x, then what we can say, the length of AB or altitude is x minus 7, right? It says is less than by 7 centimeter, right? And also it is given hypotenuse, that is 13 centimeter. So I think now it is very clear to you guys, right? Because now it is very clear that we have to utilize the Pythagoras theorem. It means that we have to say by Pythagoras theorem that AC square is equal to AB square plus BC square, right? So that gives us 13 whole square is equal to AB is x minus 7 whole square, BC square is x whole square, right? So I'm not writing everything, right, like by Pythagoras theorem or maybe some wording, but that I'm speaking. So, but in your examination, you have to make sure that you write all the wording properly. Okay, don't assume something that what who is the examiner will know about it. So you have to explain every word over there, right? So let me expand this. So this become 169 is equal to, now expand this. The formula as we know, a square plus b square means 49 minus 2ab means minus 14 plus x square. Now combine the terms which are similar. So x square and x square becomes 2x square, then minus 14x, and then we have plus 49 is equal to 169. Okay. So now let's make it keep this equation in the left hand side. So what we'll do? So we'll say, okay, this is 2x square minus 14x plus 49, and this become minus when goes to the right hand side. So this become 169 is equal to 0. Okay. So now you can say that the equation becomes 2x square minus 14x, and then if you subtract these two numbers, how much you get? You get minus 120, right? Minus 120 is equal to 0. Okay. So now you have come till here. Again, what you can do, you can take 2 as a common to simplify this, so that there is a lesser burden of finding factors. So we can 2 as a common, we can take 2 as a common. So it becomes f square minus 7x minus 60, right, is equal to 0. 2 vanishes because of 0 here. So x square minus 7x minus 60 is equal to 0. So you have to solve this equation. So again, find the factor of 60. Sorry, let me drop this line. Okay, not from here. Yeah, so, okay. So 60 factor, right? So 2, 30, 15, 5, 5, 1. Okay, I think it's very clear now. Okay. So we have to find something that gives us minus 7x. So what we'll do? So think about, okay, you can maybe you can also pause the video and think by yourself as well. Okay, so always try to think as much as you can by yourself, because if you think yourself, right, the factors, how to find them, that's going to be really helpful for you. Okay, so we can do one thing. What we can do, we want to need, right, minus 7x. So we can do 3 to just 6 to just 12, right? So 12 and 5. So it means that we'll write x square plus 5x minus 12x minus 60 is equal to 0, right? Uh, because now once we have chosen 5x minus 12x, their summation gives minus 7x, and their product gives us minus 50x square. Here you can take x as common, x plus 5 minus 12 as common, that gives x plus 5 is equal to 0, x plus 5 as a common, then we get x plus 5, x minus 12 is equal to 0. Okay. Now you can find the values of x plus 5 is equal to 0. That gives x equal to minus 5, and x minus 12 is equal to 0. That gives us x equal to 12, right? So now we have got two values of x minus 5 and 12. Okay, but we know that, okay, this is the length of a triangle, right? So that cannot be negative, because length is always positive, or maximum to maximum it can become 0, right? So we can discard this number. Okay, minus 5 cannot be the answer, not possible. So our answer will be x equal to 12. So that is our base. So base is 12, then the altitude of triangle will be 12 minus 7 is equal to 5 centimeter. Always write the metric as well, don't forget it. Okay, so that's how we can find out the values of base and altitude. Hope it is clear. Now last question of this chapter is sixth one, and that is a bit verbose. It has like a lot of wordings over there. So let's read it carefully. A cottage industry produces a certain number of pottery articles a day. It was observed on a particular day that the cost of production of each article in rupees was three more than twice the number of articles produced on that day. Right? So what we'll do, we'll first assume how many articles were produced on that day, right? So it means that question number six, right? So suppose that let's assume that uh, assume X articles. Let me a bit. Okay, X articles were produced per day. Articles produced. Okay, I'm just adding very short. You can write in full. Okay, so it means that the cost of production will be for each article will be three more than twice number of articles produced. So the cost C will be twice of twice of number of articles produced. So twice 2x plus three more than, so 2x plus three, right? So each article cost is 2x plus 3, and article produced are x in a particular day. And also if you read further, it says that if total cost of production on that day was rupees 90, find the article produced and cost of each article. So we have the cost of one article, that is 2x plus 3, and we have also the number of articles produced, that is x. So if we multiply both numbers, we get the cost of production on that day, right? So we assume that x articles are being produced on that day, and the cost of production is 2x plus 3. So if you multiply number of articles into cost of one article, we get the cost of a production. So that is our equation, right? So once you solve this, you will get the value of x or number of articles. So let's me multiply inside this. So it becomes 2x square plus 3x, and bring it to left hand side. It becomes minus 90 is equal to 0, right? So the main thing is to understand here the whole concept, right? How we read the question, and how we create our equation. Ultimately, we require the equation, right? So for the equation, you have to understand the wordings of the question. And when question is very verbose, there are so many long questions. Don't worry and don't frighten. Okay, always focus on the wordings and try to go step by step. So now we have found out this equation. So multiply this 2 and 90, we get 180, right? So let's do a factor of 180. That becomes 90. Then it gives us 45. Then 15. Then 5. And again 5. Okay. So now we have got these factors of this number, right? Okay. So what we'll do, we need 3x, right? So what we'll do, we'll subtract 15 minus 12, right? Because 5, 3 is 15, and 0, 6 to 12. Okay, this is 12, right? So simply what we can say, 2x square plus 15x minus 12x minus 90 is equal to 0. Here, we can just take x as common. That gives us 2x plus 15. Here, we can take I think we can take minus 6 as common, right? Minus 6 as common. That gives us 2x plus 6 1 just 6, 6 5 just 30. Okay. So that gives us 2x plus 15. Now the common is 2x plus 15 in bracket x minus 6 equal to 0. So that gives us two numbers. If we equate this to 0, that gives us x equal to minus 15 upon 2, which is not possible because x, what we assume? We assume as number of articles produced on that day, and that cannot be negative. and then we have x minus 6 is equal to 0. It means x is equal to 6. So that gives us the number of articles produced on that day. So once we have found out the number of articles produced on that day, then we can find out the cost also. The cost was how much? That was 2x plus 3. That means if you put 2 into x means 6 plus 3, that gives you how much? 15, right? So 15 rupees or what? Yeah, rupees, right? So that gives you the cost of the article. So this is how we have found out the number of articles that is coming as 6 and cost of articles as well as 15. So with this question, all the all the questions of the exercise is completed. I'm hoping that is very clear now. If there is any question or doubt, and if you want to repeat any question, you can put in the comments. I will do it quickly. Yeah, thanks a lot for watching. Thank you.